Hey everybody, welcome to the Midweek Check-In. I have my sweet friend Shirlee here with me today. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you for asking me.
Yes, I'm so excited. You guys, we finished the book of Mark last week, and this week we are in the book of John. Now, if you're confused about that, because yes, it's not in order. It goes Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. We actually will read the book of Luke before we read the book of Acts, because Luke wrote both Luke and Acts. And they're kind of meant to read together. So, before we get to that, we're reading John first. And I gotta say, John is my favorite gospel.
I love it.
Yes, I love it too. Yeah. So I had Shirlee come today to share with us because I love it and she loves it, and I want to hear all about why you love it.
Okay.
Can you share that with us?
I will. One of my favorite parts of John is John 3:16.
Yeah.
A verse that many of us learned when we were children. Maybe it's the first verse that we learned. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whosoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. I love that. I like the fact that John really focuses on Jesus being the Son of God.
Yeah.
He over and over he says that Jesus, the Son of God, the Son of God. And he sums up the whole book of John by declaring that once again. This is why I've written this. This is why I've written this.
He really wants us to know that, right?
Like
with
this
message.
He does, yeah. The other Gospels may refer to Jesus or point to him as the King or the suffering servant, but John, he's the Son of God. He's the Son of God.
I love that.
And so this is one of my favorite scriptures too. It's in John 20:31, and he says, these are written, these stories, these miracles that he's written about, are written that we might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God. And that believing, we believe that he's the Christ, the Son of God, we might have life through his name. Isn't that awesome?
It's so awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
Just by believing. That's what we get. Life through his name.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. For God so loved the world that he gave, that whosoever believes.
Whosoever believes. That's amazing if you think about just that concept. Like, it doesn't seem like that complex of a concept, although sometimes it can be, right?
It can be.
Like, we can believe with our heads sometimes, but not with our hearts.
Right.
I think he honors that, though. Like, if we're like walking through the motions of belief.
Right.
Oh, but I love just the simplicity of it. I mean,
Yeah.
really, the Gospels really are pretty simple, but yet complex.
Well, I think John is the simplest as far as reading. His language is simple and draws us into it.
Yeah.
We feel like he's a friend writing us a letter.
Yes, agreed. Yeah. I really do agree with that.
It's simple, but it's powerful.
It's so powerful.
Yeah,
so
simple but powerful.
Yeah. Well, this week we were texting back and forth, me and Shirlee, about why we both love the Gospel of John. So I'll share with you also why I love the Gospel of John. One of the main things that I really love about John is, and some people kind of see this as like, he's kind of arrogant or really, like he really knows for sure, okay. But he referred to himself as the disciple that Jesus loved. And I think that's really, really powerful.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And even though maybe to us it's like, okay, buddy, like he loved us too, right? Maybe the rest of the disciples were like, okay, but he loved us too.
Yeah.
But I think by John declaring that, he's really receiving that. And to me, he's modeling that. And I'm like, yeah, actually, I am the disciple who Jesus loved.
Yeah.
Shannon, you, Shirlee.
Right.
And that's why I love it so much.
And that's our identity. And wouldn't it be amazing if we could think of ourselves that way?
Yeah.
Or introduce, this is my friend Shannon, my friend that Jesus loves. Wouldn't that be
so
awesome?
Cool. It'd be so awesome.
Yeah. That's our identity.
Yeah. And when we
Christ
walk around
us.
believing that, oh my gosh. Yeah. So beautiful.
Awesome. It is.
Good.
It really is.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, Shirlee, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks
Is there anything
for
else you
asking.
want to share before we close out? I feel like there was something else maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Good stuff. There's so many good things that we want to make sure that we touch base on.
Right. I think in John 17 where he's talking to his father and he says, you're in me and I'm in them. Christ in Shirlee, Christ in Shannon.
Yeah.
So here we are, Christ in me, the Shirlee that Jesus loves. That's our whole identity. I love that. I love that.
Do you know how many times I've read that through also and just been kind of like, okay, yeah. Because sometimes it's hard to really grasp the depth of that. Again, the words are really, really simple, but to like wrap your head around that and really stop and be like, okay, what does that really, really mean? Sometimes it gets uncomfortable even to really let that sink to the core of who I am, because I'm like, really? What does that mean, and what does that feel like? But I think it's still so worth us really exploring it over and over and over.
It is. Yeah. Christ in me.
Yeah, Christ in me. That's so cool. That means that we are equipped with everything that He is, everything that He has, and everything that His abilities. That is inside of us, which is awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so
Hey, this has been fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
I've loved having you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've loved being here.
Yeah. Well, you guys, make sure that you read this gospel message. It is a powerful one. And don't forget that this week we are starting our Wednesday dinner and groups night. And if you are reading through the Bible Project, that's a great opportunity to come share a meal with community and then get together with this group who's reading through the Bible Project as well and kind of hash it out. Talk about what you learned. Talk about what how it kind of hits you and how it makes sense to you in your heart, just like Shirlee and I have done today.
Right.
It's really, really powerful. And of course, as always, if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email. I'd love to walk through any thing that doesn't make sense to you, or if I don't know the answer, I'll help you find somebody who does.
Right.
But until next week, you guys, be blessed and hang in there, and we love you. We'll see ya.